Welcome, good afternoon. I guess that a lot of people in this room have ever been in London, which is a great city to visit, a lot of great things to see, Big Ben, and besides Big Ben, London Eye. They also stole the title of my presentation by having Mind the Gap introduced in their public transport. They are using that warning to warn people for the gap which is between the train and the platform. Why are they warning people? And they do that a lot. If you ever visited the London Tube, why are they doing that? They do that because gaps are dangerous. If you do not pay attention, gaps become a dangerous thing, and they can result in the fact that you do not arrive at your destination. We are unfortunately not going to talk about London public transport today, on which you can give another presentation if you want, on special request, but we are going to make the reflection towards an agile transformation. In an agile transformation, you encounter problems which can block you from being successful in your agile transformation as well. They are on the board: confusion, indifference, anxiety, resistance, and being lost. We are going to talk about those 5 feelings that people might encounter on your agile transformation if you do not pay attention to the gap they have to overcome on your project, on your agile transformation. We are going to start this talk with confusion. And in order to understand the word
I have to interrupt.
The word confusion.
Yeah, no, but we have our daily right now, so.
That's
I know.
in the middle of a presentation.
Yeah, but this is more important.
People are not going to like us.
Just follow the daily, because I'm not understanding.
Yeah,
I mean,
confused already. Confused already.
do I need to move this towards here?
What is this the board? Yeah, the board.
Yeah, this is some kind of board.
Hey, we're agile now. No? Or what was it? What was that the correct name?
I
Agile?
guess, I don't know.
But why?
Yeah, it's something with different post-its.
It's nice. It's definitely nice. I love the colors.
I would go for another color, but it's okay.
But do you? I, to be honest, have no clue on why we are doing this.
A different flavor. It's just,
They asked to use this.
yeah,
It's
it's
fine.
I guess it would be fun moving post-its, but I don't see why this has to be done. I don't understand.
Me neither. Confused people. A funny thing to see confused people. But we are going to try to understand why they are confused. Why are they confused? That is because they have no idea on what is happening. They know, of course, that an agile transformation is happening, but they don't know why this agile transformation is happening. They don't see the reason of this change in the organization. They also don't see what the advantage is for them. Is there something in it for them? Can they win something? Will something become better? They have no clue. They don't see that. It's leading to a lot of changes for which they don't see the advantage, and that explains their confusion. Is confusion dangerous? Well, yes, it is. People will have different interpretations of your agile transformation. People will start walking in different directions. They have different ideas of what the end goal of the agile transformation will be. Ultimately, leading to different end states as well. If you're lucky, you have a certain end state. More realistically is that you end up with a complete standstill and no transformation at all, and that you stop your transformation, which would be a pity. It also leads to, between quotes, the feeling that people start to have is management is not really knowing what they are doing. They are asking a lot of changes, but we have no clue why. Do they in fact know what they are doing? It's a feeling that people might have. How do we solve it? We solve it by vision. clearly stating on what we want to achieve with the Agile transformation. What will be the benefit of the organization after the Agile transformation is finished? What will be the advantage for the people in your organization? Make sure that they recognize themselves behind that vision. A reflection towards a problem they encountered today can help on that. If they see that the Agile transformation is really working on a problem they are facing today and that will be solved tomorrow, that's something that makes the Agile transformation more understandable to them. Besides explaining what the Agile transformation is about, what the vision is, your vision needs to have a sense of urgency as well. You do not want to reach your end goal by 2030, you want to reach it by the end of this year, mid next year. Make sure there is a sense of urgency in your vision as well. If you start thinking about the vision, which is not that easy, you can start thinking in those 4 dimensions. You would immediately have the reaction to start thinking indeed in all those 4 dimensions, but you have to understand that at the moment you're starting with an Agile transformation, you can't have everything at once. The Netflixes and Ubers in this world, which are often used as a good example of companies which became fully Agile, it took them, let's say, 8-9 years. I was not there, but that's what people told me, that it took at least 8-9 years before they reached the state in which they are able to work on all those 4 dimensions. So it is a good idea to start your Agile transformation by thinking on one of them. You will also see that in the beginning, the opposite dimensions start conflicting with each other. Make sure that your Agile transformation is something that people do recognize and that it's something that becomes motivated. I agree that this one is still a bit vague. I didn't want to interfere with known projects, but I came up with this one, which is already better than an Agile vision, an Agile transformation vision, which would be something like, by the end of this year, we want 30% of our projects running in an Agile mode. That's not really a motivation, not really an explanation on what you want to achieve with your Agile transformation. And that finalizes the topic of vision, which is now introduced. And then we switch to indifference.
I mean,
Again?
Yeah, I don't have time for this, so can you just do it because...
Is it again the daily?
It's daily again, and then later this week we have the retrospective, but it's costing me too much time.
Most of the time they start 10 minutes late, they ask
for 2 hours,
on a daily basis what we are doing. The same as yesterday, and it's not moving forward.
So in the retrospective, I mean, I know what I developed. I mean, I don't care. I really don't.
I'm currently working on, what was I working on? No idea. It's not finished. The sprint is ending tomorrow.
I guess.
My work is not finished. I don't care. Doesn't matter.
It's been fun, but I really don't care. So, indifference. Oftentimes, when implementing an agile solution, people tend to go directly for, let's start with dailies, let's start with a sprint, and the rest falls to the wayside. The rest is somewhat forgotten. And those fast changes, those ad hoc changes, can cause some passive resistance, some grumbling within the organization. Teams will be less motivated to really tackle all the obstacles that are in front of them. But why? Why are they feeling less motivated? It's because often a lack of leadership. And in Agile, one of the core beliefs is that you have self-organizing teams. And they are great, and they work very well once they're up and running. But before that point, you need good leaders. You need people that are willing to motivate, to get people going. And the way to do that is by communication. It's really a key point. You can't communicate enough. It's one of the base principles, because if your whole organization is not aligned, if you don't reach a consensus between your team and your business, your agile transformation might take a long time to get fully up and running. Another aspect that really leaders need to cultivate is a culture of experimentation and learning. Leaders need to be able to guide people to share their knowledge, share what they know, and don't be afraid of exchanging knowledge. And finally, they need to align the organization and align with the vision that the organization puts in front of them. A key aspect here again is communication. So, a quick summary. What the leader needs to do is, one, align with the organization, create high efficient teams, and shield the teams from the organization. Now, when I mean shield, it's be the point of contact for as well the team as the organization. So the team can just develop or do their work without being bothered with too many alignments that or visions that are being distorted. So indifference can be easily solved with good leadership. Now we come to anxiety. Because, I mean, they asked me all those tickets and I have no idea. I don't have the skills for it.
Anxiety, not the most funny feeling to have, I can tell you from experience. Why is anxiety occurring during your agile transformation? Well, anxiety starts when people have the feeling that they are not capable of doing it. It starts at the moment that people are asked to do things in which they are not trained. People are asked to use a lot of new things during an agile transformation. If it is not explained and not trained to them on how they have to do it, they become anxious. To the people on the floor, it sounds like management is unreasonable. They are asking a lot of things, but they are not really supportive in making it true. Another thing which makes people anxious is the fear of losing their role. An agile transformation makes a lot of roles unrecognizable to people. Analysts, tester, it does not really exist anymore, apparently, or you might have the feeling that it does no longer exist after your agile transformation. People fear that they will lose their job. They don't see their role anymore. They do not want to lose their job. So they say, no agile transformation for me. How do you solve the fact of not being trained? Well, by kind of miracle training. It's providing people the skills to overcome your agile transformation. It's making sure that they understand what this agile transformation is about. What is the new terminology? But also, how are you not going to lose your job? There will be new job descriptions after the agile transformation. Make sure those new job descriptions are communicated and that people understand how they map with their current function and with their current roles. Certain responsibilities will most probably shift towards other roles, and they will maybe receive other responsibilities in the near future. Make sure that all people do understand why that is changing and what is changing. And also, that's one that I came up with, use your experienced employees. They have a lot of knowledge about your company. They do have a lot of business knowledge as well. Make sure that they are not losing their focus during that agile transformation. Make sure they are used between the young, enthusiastic people, which are maybe a bit overwhelming to them, but that they are used as being the experts in the organization, which still have the knowledge of systems which are most probably still there, an old mainframe which is still running and doing its job on a great way, but they have the experience, they know where it came from. Make sure they are still on board during your agile transformation, after your agile transformation. So, anxiety solved by skills. We move on to the next, and that's resistance. That's better.
It's enough. I mean, we tried it, but I'm not convinced.
It's, yeah, indeed. I tried it, but yeah, my manager, and he's in the room by the way. Yesterday I was not able to finalize my work, and he was angry at me. He said, well, I gave you all the tools and means with this agile transformation, and you apparently are still not able to finalize your work. That's what he literally said, just Stefan, it's enough. Still not able to finalize your work, hey, be happy, you have now all the agile tools, you have now the new way of working, this should go faster. Well, it's a pity, I still deliver my software in 3 months. I can't do it.
The old way was fun.
To me, personally, in the past I was working over there in the corner, which was a nice corner to work in. I was sitting there, agree, maybe not working that good, but it was good enough. I was happy.
Delivered. And
we delivered
sometimes
in 6 months, but
too late, but still.
Yeah.
Resistance. People fear change. As nature, we are risk averse. Unless your hobby is skydiving, then maybe you want to take risks. But people, yesterday was a good day, so they want to keep that. They know what they did yesterday, so any change that you introduce is going to be scary for some people. That's why people will start having a little pushback against everything you're trying to implement. People will be questioning, will I still have my job? I'm a project manager now. What is this product owner? What is this, these scrum masters? And again, it's not just employees that are afraid of the change, it's also management. Because what if I lose control? What if I lose all my authority? So both of these are very, very important things that you need to take in mind when you're performing your agile transformation. Now, the key to solving this is having respect. And I'm happy that I have not seen any one of you roll their eyes when I showed the slide, because respect is a buzzword. A lot of times overused, but in this case, it's very important and very needed to have a successful agile transformation. Because creating an environment where people trust each other, not just the team itself, but the team towards the organization, the team towards the business, all need to trust each other. And a way to easily get this trust is by having one-on-one communication, face-to-face, open transparency, so there is no reason to distrust one another. Another way is for leaders to create these safe environments where people are willing to try new things, experiment with new technologies, and really learn. Because that way it is easier to get more value out of your retrospectives and can look back on the work you've done with a clear vision and improve towards the next sprint. So I have a personal example of seeing this go wrong and then course correct to the right way. I was on a project that was in waterfall, and when we started to change by Ghent to a more agile approach, there was little trust between us, the developers, and the business. And this change was very difficult for us because when we go agile, will they just keep on sending the change request? And then we have to delete code, old code, barely working features getting implemented. We weren't sure. So what we did was have some long conversations with the product owner, Scrum Master, and we came together as a one more cohesive unit, really tackling those difficult objectives. And now, I'm happy to say, we are one team, us the developers and the business together, delivering good working software. So it really is all about respect. Now finally, some people are lost. Because we have now this vision, we have now, yeah, I can kind of see the board and working, but where do we go next?
Yeah,
What's
I'm a bit happier than the previous time at the board. I start to see where we are going, I think. We received also our trainings.
Yeah.
The time was foreseen to have them, which was nice.
But what are the other things? Do you know? Because is the
Yeah,
rest of the organization going the same way as us?
I have no idea.
It would be lovely to learn from them. Because
that would indeed be nice to know what the other teams are doing, what are they learning, because this is a learning curve for us as well. Are they facing the same issues as we do? Well, this implementation roadmap to me is not fully clear.
I have no idea what the next step is going to be. Like
No.
we're just seeing where we end up.
Let's see what our next step can be in order to solve the problem that people are lost in your agile transformation. People are starting to get lost in case they do not know what is going on. In what order? Are they indeed working together in teams? Are other teams doing the same thing? Is this change also supported by management? Are they committed to this change? Is there a way forward? When will they build in an evaluation point? Are there things which are foreseen? What is the way towards achieving the end goal? The way towards achieving the end goal and in implementing this whole agile transformation starts with a good gap analysis. A good gap analysis, understanding where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow, followed by an action plan, which stipulates the way and the points you have to follow in order to get there. It makes that whole agile transformation also traceable. You can make the reflection, where are we? What are we doing next? Where are we going to? You have a plan in your hands which you can follow in order to make your agile transformation a success. A good thing to start your agile transformation is often starting a pilot project. And in a pilot project, first reaction can be to invite the innovators of your company. The innovators are the people who love to take risks. They like dancing on the board. They love uncertainty, which comes together with an agile transformation. A lot of things become uncertain at the beginning. They have to overcome that, but those people love that. So you would say innovators are the great people to be involved in your pilot project. But you need to be careful, because innovators are roughly said 10% of your organization. That means that the majority is there. The majority, and it's not to blame them, they take a waiting attitude. They want to see the change working before applying it themselves. Will it work? Are we maybe going to fail? And I promised Peter no longer to use the word fail, because our intention is not to fail, but he explains that in his presentation. I'm not going to explain that. But how can they overcome failures? What can they learn from it? You have to make sure that you involve those people as well in your pilot project. A very big first step. It also those people who are going to criticize your transformation. The innovators say, whatever, risk, yes, let's do it. But those people are more patient, more waiting attitude. They will criticize the Agile transformation, and they will certainly come up with good ideas to make your Agile transformation a success. And to wrap it up, how do you make your Agile transformation a success? Is by thinking of a vision, knowing what your end goal of your Agile transformation will be.
Having a good leader that can lead people through the change, because in Agile, you don't manage people through the change, you lead them through it.
Making sure that people are trained to do the Agile transformation, that they have the skills, that they know how their job will look like in the near future, that they still recognize themselves in that Agile transformation.
That you treat them with respect, not just your employees, not just the team, but towards the team towards management also. It's really communication from both ways.
And last but not least, that you have an action plan. A plan which you will follow in order to implement this Agile transformation you have in mind. And as an action plan for you, I would say in your way, in your drive home, which is not for the next 5 minutes, but later on today, you can maybe make the reflection for yourself. If you're in the middle of an Agile transformation or planning to do an Agile transformation, pick one. I would say vision, why not? And think for yourself what the vision of your organization can be in an Agile transformation. Thanks a lot for your attention.